we're going to talk a little bit about home staging on StAugustineradio.com.
Great live version of that song, Stay, from Jackson Brown here on 103.9 WSOS, 29 minutes after 1 o'clock. Melissa Morrow has stopped by to help us play the music. We always enjoy it when she stops by. And of course, she's the proud owner of Rave Home Staging. Rave Home Staging, doing homes all around Northeast Florida, including right here in Greater St. Augustine and St. Johns County. And good afternoon, Melissa.
Hey, how are you?
Did you have a good Memorial Day holiday weekend?
I had a great Memorial Day weekend.
Weather was good.
It was very nice.
Yeah. Did you cook out yesterday?
No, actually, I kind of enjoyed some silence. We bought a new house that we're renovating, and I'm getting my house ready to put on the market, ironically.
We know somebody who can stage it for you.
Yes, it absolutely will be staged.
We would highly recommend Rave Home Staging, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, I'll connect you with this Melissa Morrow.
Okay, yeah, it seems like a
good.
good plan, yeah. Yeah, one of the reasons we're actually getting the other house ready to move into before we sell our house is because we know that we have a lot of pets. And we are not neat and tidy people. You'd think as a stager I am, but I'm kind of the cobbler's kids that have no shoes kind of person.
Right.
So we're moving out to make sure that the house looks amazing because we won't be living in it.
Yeah. Well, and you have to get ready for the audience that will come look at your home. And I know that's something I've learned from working with you over the years is that you're very cognizant of what is likely to be the profile, the demographic profile of the people looking at your house. So,
yeah.
And those people will be, in your opinion,
a lot younger than us. Yeah, they're going to be a lot younger than us, and it's going to be a family-oriented home, which my house is not right now.
Huh.
Yeah, so we
So
wanted
you
to
think, not to get into your age and all that kind of stuff, but the person probably or the family looking at your home, they may be in their early 30s?
yeah, absolutely. High 20s, low to mid 30s. They're going to have kids. We've got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a pool and a another suite, it's a pool house, and I'm going to air quote that. It's not as fancy as it sounds, a mother-in-law suite, something like that is detached. So it could actually be an income property. It could be where you put a parent or an adult child, but it is a family neighborhood. We've watched everybody that has moved into our neighborhood in the last 2 years have been young with kids.
Yeah. This is a great opportunity too for a lot of families that have that older parent that may need to come live with them. This way they can live and not be connected to the home, but still be very close.
Exactly.
Which is a cool option too for a lot of people of that age range.
Yeah, the reason we bought the house was because my adult son and his wife lived with us, and he had moved away, but they fell on hard times and moved back. But he was an adult living with his wife, and it wasn't necessarily, great to have them living under the same roof because, kids don't want to move back with their parents.
Yeah.
But we wanted him close, and this was an option that they could have their own space while we could still have our space. They could be close, but we didn't have to live together.
Hey, we're going to get back to the music here in just a moment. That's the voice of Melissa Morrow, and she's with Rave Home Staging. We're live from St. Augustine this afternoon, this day after Memorial Day. You can always find, of course, Rave Home Staging on Facebook and Instagram. And right now you can find us on YouTube.
That's right. We're streaming live on YouTube. So,
how would they find us?
Yeah. So if you look up Rave Home Staging on YouTube, you'll find us. But it's actually youtube.com/vintagebedesign, which is our design store that we have in Julington Creek. And we do a lot of DIY and home decor on that YouTube. But I'm streaming the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live right now.
Yeah. And we're also online too at StAugustineradio.com and PonteVecchioRadio.com. Hey, it's 27 minutes now before we get to 2 o'clock. 82 degrees, near perfect weather outside. It's going to get down to about 69 tonight. No chance of rain today or this evening. We'll introduce about a 20% chance of rain for tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to come back and spend some more time with Melissa, and check us out right now on YouTube. We'll be back.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me. If this is your first time joining us on the radio, then you can leave comments below and I will answer your comments when we are on a break. Hey Laura. So when I'm talking live on the radio, I don't typically respond to YouTube comments, but when the music is playing, then I can talk to you. So if you have home staging questions, this is the time to ask, or really any questions about things. We do have a DIY video dropping tonight at 6 p.m., which is a collaboration with 3 other artists So, as you know, our YouTube channel focuses both on the home staging and the design part of it, and the DIY part of it. So, thanks, Colored Caboose. Appreciate it. So this is what I do in my day job.
So when do you think your house will go on the market?
So I'm hoping in about 3 weeks.
Are you gonna list it yourself? Or are you gonna...
Yeah, John and I both have licenses. So what do I see as the trending colors right now? Okay, so right now we're actually going back to more beiges and getting away from the grays. Everybody is tired of gray. So we're seeing a lot of blues and greens. And one of the biggest trends is, of course, you can call it Grand Millennial or you can call it cottagecore, but it is basically more going back to the shabby chic, lots of floral patterns, mixed in with a little bit of antiques and rustic, and then French country, which is really more what I do, is actually coming back in vogue right now as well. So soft greens, soft blues, soft pinks and purples, those are super popular. Hey Scott, did you get my message? I'm glad. Let's see. I personally am super excited over the cottagecore / Grand Millennial shabby chic look. French Provincial and French Country are really my favorites. The new house that we're decorating is going to be modern French farmhouse, so it's a little bit different, and that's another style that's emerging more in urban areas, is the modern French farmhouse, which is sticking with that sort of black and white, but adding in bolder gemstone colors and pops of red. Deep emerald green is actually what most of my house is right now. The walls are going to be like a deep teal emeraldy green. So we're doing soft beiges, soft grays, and lots of yellow. So think like a peridot. If you were looking at like an emerald, a peridot is a really good match with the emerald green. So it's like or a canary yellow. I know you missed us last week, and we're on YouTube this week because we're probably gonna do YouTube going forward, because the last few times I've done Facebook Live, it has not worked out. They haven't saved my lives afterwards.
25 seconds.
25 seconds. Get your questions ready and I will answer them when I'm on the next break.
The Electric Light Orchestra. Melissa Morrow has stopped by to help us play the music. She, of course, with Rave Home Staging. You can find us live on Facebook right now.
Nope, we're on YouTube right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, on YouTube.
I know, we're so ingrained for Facebook.
I know, YouTube. So you can go on YouTube and hopefully be able to catch us that way. And you can also watch it later, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It'll be there forever.
People are on YouTube watching us, and one individual had a question about what are the hot colors. It's got to be gray.
No, it's not.
No.
We're done with gray.
Man, there's been so much gray the last few years.
So dreary.
Wah, wah, wah. Even light gray is kind of dreary.
It really is, and people are just tired of it. Frankly, they're tired of it. They spent the last year in their home, and we all, I think, know that the last year the trend has been updating your home. So we're finding that they want happy colors. So think springtime mostly. So the majority of the country is moving into what we call cottagecore or Grand Millennial or Grandma Chic, which is soft floral patterns, light blues, greens, and pinks and purples.
All happy colors.
All happy colors. People want happy, happy, happy.
I mean, there's no way to look at pink, even if you're the most hardened, tough guy out there, and not kind of smile a little, right? Smirk,
That's right. That's right.
A little. So how are people using colors like pink and purple? Because that tends to make me go like, really? In the house, huh, Melissa? Okay.
So really they're using them as soft accent pieces. So we do actually see some on bright, bold pieces of furniture like a sofa, but most of the time you're just gonna find those accents in, like I said, floral. So you might have a blue floral pillow with a lot of little pretty pink flowers. That was really hard to say.
Say that 10 times.
All right.
Yeah. So what are the colors is there one color more than any other color that you believe, or maybe science bears this out, makes us happier?
I don't know about the science behind it. I'll say Most people love blues and greens. Above all, green would be a color that I would think that is happy and fresh. Yellow is a great bold color, even if it's a soft buttery yellow. But as we know too, yellow has a tendency to be irritating over time. So it's sort of the joke that we make when I teach classes to realtors is one of the Southern traditions is to paint your guest room yellow because
Get them out.
well, they're happy when they get there, you know,
Right.
because it is a bright, happy, cheery color, but a nice soft butter yellow. But over time, it gets a little annoying, it gets a little irritating. So then they're ready to go.
It's time to go.
That's right.
That's great advice. That's one good Southern painting tip. The other one is the painting the roof in your porch sky blue
Yeah. So
to
Hank.
mess with the wasp.
Yep, Hank Blue. You remember that well. That's right. So wasps won't nest on the ceiling of your porches if you paint it blue. That's one of the reasons why it's painted Hank Blue.
Yeah, I learned that from Melissa Murray years ago. Melissa is with us from Rave Home Staging. Rave Home Staging. Of course, these days we don't have to stage our homes because if they have a front door, they sell in 4 seconds, right?
Well, they do, but if you're not staging, you're leaving money on the table.
That's
And
right.
that's just how it is. And that's funny because my actual next door neighbor just sold his house. And he did not use us to stage.
What?
He sold it completely empty. And imagine that, it did not appraise.
Yeah.
They ended up having to sell it for about $10,000 less than they had a contract for because it didn't appraise. And in my opinion, one of the reasons, because there were certainly comps in the neighborhood, but I think they took them down on condition because it showed more dated than it would have shown had we staged it.
Yeah.
We could have offset the opinion of some features of the house that seemed dated and actually made them feel more modern.
Yeah, there's no more of a human, somewhat emotional activity, right, than appraising a home. I mean, I know some of it's based in fact. I know they're going to look at cost per square foot, but there's that level of play that's there that's left up to the appraiser, right?
Right, and one of the biggest factors that they're gonna, you know, I mean, yes, they're gonna have to judge it based on the number of bedrooms and number of baths, but they're also gonna judge it based on condition. Condition is a big part, and it's a point where it is flexible hugely. The appraiser gets to decide what the variance is by the condition, literally how many thousands of dollars they're gonna adjust the comps based on the condition of the house. Are they gonna, how are they gonna rate it? So you never actually adjust the house itself, you adjust the comps. And so if they think your house is dated, they're actually going to, in effect, reduce your appraised value.
Yeah. Well, once again, you do not want to leave money on the table for just about most folks. You know, your home is your biggest investment.
That's
And
right.
even in this red hot market, just because it can perhaps sell very quickly doesn't mean that you're going to get all the money you deserve.
Right. So, and the faster it sells, the better offers. We've talked about that for years now. But the thing is you can have a situation where you have 12 or 15 offers, but if the house, and you can have a contract for, you know, $20,000 above appraised value. But unless the buyer is willing to come in with cash above that appraised value, it's only going to sell for what the appraisal is if they're getting a bank loan.
Yeah. Yeah, and even in this market too, there's still homes that sit around for a while.
There
Yeah,
are.
Just because the bulk are going quickly doesn't mean they are all going quickly. So don't let your home be that one that's left behind, and also don't leave money on the table. That's where Melissa and her team at Rave Home Staging can make all the difference. Just a few pennies on the dollar, and you're going to do much, much better.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the best way for folks to reach you?
So you can give us a call at 904-379-5523, 904-379-5523. My love for Olivia Newton-John. Let's see, were there any questions? Okay, how much, Elaine asks, how much updating should you do pre-listing? Well, honestly, my best recommendation is to contact a local home stager. And the reason that you want to do that is because every area is different. And so in some areas, I can recommend that upgrades have to be to a specific level, and in other areas, they don't have to be quite as high. So the best thing to do is to get somebody who knows your market and your specific areas. So based on the different parts of town here, I know what updates need to happen to appeal to buyers. This is all about buyer demographics. So knowing who the buyer is and what they specifically expect to see is gonna let you know. But ideally, you want to make as many updates as you can that are not going to price you out of the market. So some people have a tendency when they're making improvements to over improve. And that's also the goal of a home stager, is to make recommendations that are cost effective. Our goal is not to make any recommendation that is not going to give you a return on that investment. So that's how we practice at Rave Home Staging, and that should be how any stager practices their business, is giving you recommendations to improve the value, to create a return on an investment. We are not an expense during the home selling process. We are an investment in equity preservation. So when you really want to maximize your return at that closing table, you want to call us. I hope that answered the question. I know it's a little vague, but really I can't. Every house is literally different. So the best thing to do is to bring in a home stager. And you know, we could say you could send us pictures or whatever, but I don't know your market. So I can't really tell. I can look at some photographs and tell you specifics, like remove this, look at that. But the best thing to do is to look at, go ahead and take photographs of your own home, and then look at the photographs and determine where your eye immediately goes to. What's the first thing? And that's a little bit hard, so sometimes you have to close your eyes and just look at the picture and try to focus on what's the first thing my eye lands on. And if it's not a feature or benefit of the property, then something needs to change. Photographs, when they're on MLS or realtor.com or wherever you're going to, you really need to make sure that they're focusing on the features and the benefits of the property, and that nothing is distracting you from that. If anything is pulling you away, a piece of art, something like that, then we need to adjust and make it so that the features and focals are what you're paying attention to. And I'll give you a prime example. In kitchens, all of the money in a kitchen is sort of at counter height. So you've got the counters, the backsplash, you've got cabinetry, you may have high-end flooring, you may have high-end appliances. All of the money is sort of like mid-level. So when you're listing your house for sale, you should not have things on top of your cabinets. Unless you want to distract from, like maybe you have old countertops and you want to draw the eye away from that, then you can put things on the countertops and draw your eye up. But if you have everything great, sort of mid-level, you have good appliances, you have good countertops, you have a nice backsplash, you want to draw the eye to that. So you're not going to put anything above the cabinetry, because you want to keep their eye moving on sort of where the money is, which is that mid-level, not up at the ceiling. Even if you have a nice niche for decorating, that's about decorating. That's not about what people buy houses for. People buy houses, people buy kitchens because they have a lot of counter space. They have nice cabinets. They have nice floors, things like that. Let's see if I missed anything else. Okay, oh, Elaine, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I haven't decided if I'm keeping this color. I have a hair appointment in about 3 weeks. Kevin's laughing over there because he knows I love to change my hair color. It's like every other time I come in. So I still have some of the pink that is faded out. So I did not color my hair this color. All of my color has washed out. I missed my last appointment. And actually at that previous appointment, I just had them put roots in, basically. I had them add roots. So the rest of the pink is almost washed out. There's still a little bit left. So I haven't completely decided what to do. Oh, you're in the Philly area. If you're thinking putting your house on the market, I have a great real estate photographer, and I think I know of a couple stagers, but I'd have to look them up. If you leave a message that you want me to get you a good stager in the Philly area, because there's good stagers and not good stagers, just like everything else. If you want me to get you a good stager in the Philly area, just leave a comment that you want that, and I will look it up and make a comment this evening when I can get to that. But I do have a great real estate photographer in the Philly area. Oh, thanks, Veronica.
50 seconds.
Oh, it's almost time to go back. I'm gonna get this back over here. I took that away.
Seals and Crofts here on 103.9 WSOS, and we're streaming right now on YouTube.
That's right.
That's right. How would they find us?
So you can just look up Rave Home Staging on YouTube, or you can do youtube.com/vintage bee design, which is actually our design studio in Julington Creek.
Yeah, right here in St. Johns County, and you can stop by that design studio. When is it open?
It is open Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay, very good. What's the address, just so folks know?
It is 530 State Road 13. It's actually Fruit Cove 32259, and we are Suite 5. Look
Wait.
for the bumblebees on the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is all of our contact information, by the way. We just put it up on Facebook so that you can easily get a hold of her. Just go to the WSOS Facebook page, and it's there right now. I was looking online while she was dealing with some of her fans and followers on YouTube, where we're streaming live as well. And I typed in just, tips for home staging in 2021.
Oh my, this is always fun.
Yeah, so people have written these articles, kind of couched in the coming out of COVID framework, right? I'm not sure if any of this really has anything to do with COVID. It might be thankfully one of the areas that has nothing to do with COVID. But one of the items they put on here was, consider painting your kitchen cabinets before you put the house on the market and even before you hire a stager. Now, how would you know which color? I mean, do we just default to white because that's what you think people want?
Absolutely not. So I am in agreement that you may want to paint your kitchen cabinets. One of the things that people do, remember I said we want happy colors right now. That's the trend, more cottagecore, more grand millennial. And white cabinets are nice, but actually colored cabinets are coming in vogue. And I said we're going to eliminate a lot of the grays, except for a soft gray is actually a very current color in cabinetry, very high-end color in cabinetry.
Okay, all right. And then we've seen too some of the island cabinets, underneath your island in your kitchen, people painting those even blue.
Yeah, and navy blue is a popular color for islands and the lower cabinets. And actually in my kitchen where I'm updating, we are renovating parts, and I'm painting my kitchen cabinets black.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I actually put in white granite, and then, or not granite, oh gosh, I can't think of it right now, but it's got little sparkles in it. White, and then a white and black backsplash with black grout, and then black cabinets.
Very good. Yeah. Hey, if you're just tuning in, that's the voice of Melissa Morrow. She's a big part of our family here at WSOS. Proud owner of Rave Home Staging. And of course, they stage homes right here at Greater St. Augustine and St. Johns County, maximizing what you can get for your home investment, which, by golly, is one of the biggest investments you're ever going to make. You can follow them. They have a lot of great content on Facebook and Instagram as well, although we are on YouTube right now. One of the items in this article, which I thought was kind of gave me an eye roll, but maybe not for you. They said focus on smart tech upgrades because younger people, millennials, like high-tech gadgetry. So consider putting in a built-in coffee maker in the kitchen. And they even give you a model or a brand, which makes me think that maybe
they're trying to sell it. Yeah. Maybe there's an affiliate link there or something.
Yeah. So is there such a thing as a built into the wall coffee maker?
I mean, yeah, there are, and I do have some friends that are in luxury houses that have, these big barista stations in their kitchens. But unless you're talking about, putting in a multi-$1,000 coffee unit in a luxury kitchen, that's probably not something I would recommend. And even if you were, I would not recommend that. Even if you had that home, I wouldn't recommend it to sell. So always get a consultation from a home stager before you make any major improvements if you're doing it to put your house up for sale. And I say that because somebody actually asked that question on YouTube when the music was playing, how much should I upgrade? And I can't really answer that question just in general. We have to look at the area, and we always stage to the demographics. So it's about what the buyer is expecting. You do want to make it so that they feel like they are moving up, that they are, moving into a better home than they have now. But if you over improve, you're just throwing your money away. So I've been in houses where an agent has told a customer that they needed to put hardwood flooring in the house, where I could look at that house and go, no, laminate or carpeting would have been fine. To put in hardwood is over improving the house.
Yeah, and people won't appreciate it. A lot of times they see new stuff and they'll say, well, they don't like it, which is particularly discouraging, right?
Well, I don't see that as much as I see that people can either not put enough money into that update, or worse, putting too much money into an update that they don't need to.
One of the other upgrades they said you should consider if you want to stage your home really well is to put in a steam shower, but those things are really expensive.
So again, that's a luxury thing. You know, it's probably not a bad idea to look at getting a better shower faucet kind of thing. You know, getting the rain drips, or you know, one of the ones with the handles if you have an old one. Those kinds of things. Upgrading those types of items, kitchen faucets. A kitchen faucet going to one of the long neck ones can really immediately make your house seem, your kitchen seem more updated.
Right.
The, you know, $100 in that regard may make a big difference in perception, but the steam shower and built-in coffee maker, those are very area specific. You know, maybe that's a big trend in New York or Chicago. It is not a trend in Jacksonville, I guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And before you sort of, you know, base your changes on a home that you're considering selling on whatever you find Googling, you know, actually reach out to Rave Home Staging. You know, Melissa would be happy to speak with you. And you even do initial consultations, right?
Yeah, so a consultation can start as low as $125 and can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars in making the wrong improvements.
Yeah. So take advantage of that. You can always connect with Rave Home Staging a variety of different ways that are very much out there. One way, you can go old school and, you know, dial them up on your rotary phone.
You can call us at 904-379-5523, and that's 904-379-5523.
And if they want to find you on social media, what should they do?
Really, you can just look up Rave Home Staging. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Just use the words Rave Home Staging.
Yeah, once you put that in, even in Google, it pops right up, and you can easily connect with Melissa or a member of her team. Rave Home Staging, based local right here in our part of Northeast Florida. Encourage you to reach out to. If you've only caught a little bit of our interview today, go on YouTube a little later when you get in front of a screen, right?
That's right.
And type in what?
Rave Home Staging.
Rave Home Staging. Melissa, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me.
Good job.
It always goes by so quickly. It does. 30 minutes just whoosh,
Gone.
gone. Let me just say, I think I had a question come in, so let me answer real quick.
That's fine.
Well, thank you, Anne Marie. I appreciate the compliment on my hair. You know, the secret to all this curl is for Christmas. And if you were watching us around Christmas time, you know this was a big thing. Is my husband got me the new Dyson hair kit. So it's got like a blow dryer, and like all the different blow curling ones. So it blow dries and curls at the same time. And let me tell you, it's ridiculously expensive, and it's worth every single penny. Every single penny. I mean, if I had no money, I would buy this thing if I knew. It literally takes 45 minutes off me doing my hair because I have really thick hair. Like, I have all of this shaved on both sides, and I still have massive hair. So this is like life-changing, the Dyson hair care kit. Okay. So let's see. Oh, sounds amazing. Okay, well, thanks, guys. Your kitchen sounds amazing, and I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to watch our live video tonight. Bye.